Harley, Harley, Harley. Harley's got her little babies. She said, no, Daddy, you got my baby Bentley babies. What you doing over there, Harley? You feeding your babies? You being a good girl? Well, hey, everybody. I'm here with Harley and Bentley's newborn pups. We're going to leave the light on here. We've got her inside the office shower room, same place we had Chloe. And kind of the go-to spot every time we have a first newborn litter with a new mother. And in that case, this year, that's Chloe, Ava, and Harley. Ava is actually breeding now, so she'll have her first litter this fall. But last week it was Chloe's turn to get the royal special treatment, which is really us 24/7, sleeping right next to her, watching over everything she does to make sure, you know, they're learning how to be a good mom and how to feed them properly. More importantly, you're watching, you know, God forbid, but it does happen, and breeders know exactly what I'm talking about, where the mothers will accidentally just kind of corner and lay on pups, and obviously that results in not a very good option for the puppy or the mother as well. So we won't talk about that in detail because I don't want to scare any kids watching this video, but you can kind of understand what will happen, and that's what this box is built for. This is basically a whelping box, and I know 2 or 3 of our breeders was wanting me to kind of get this in one of the videos this week, and I told them I would at least shoot a picture or get some video footage of kind of explaining what that is going on. And some of you, you know, current families and customers who've ever just been kind of curious about what this box is. And that's what happens. So if a mother will lay on one of these pups, typically, and you have a whelping box like this, what we just use is decking building board, deck board basically, and 2x5 planks. We build the whole thing out of that, so it's pretty light. Obviously that's treated wood, so that holds up good when you're cleaning things and you get mop water on there or whatnot. And anyways, you can kind of see what will happen if Harley lays on a pup and it can't, if you're in the corner of a wall or against the wall and it has no escape route to go, and she could lay on a pup and be squirming around, and it has kind of an escape route, and they'll just kind of get tucked away in that gap there. So $25 in material. So of course you got to have the saw, and you can measure a little bit. You'll be all right. Just don't cut your finger off. Pretty easy to do though, and I highly recommend, you know, any breeders kind of watching this, something you can kind of help do to ensure that the pups don't get set on by the mothers. And that's what you see going on here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the fan off. I'm not really sure what that sounded like on this video here, but obviously we're trying to keep it cool in here for her, and you'll be able to hear the pups a little bit more, at least squirming around and nursing on Harley. And we'll come in here and I'll give you a few close-up looks at the pups. I try to do this for myself too, included, and everyone else watching as well. Always just kind of give it the count off, and I have no idea what we have here. Boys and girls, obviously we see we've got a big litter here. That's 11 pups total, and 3 of them are blues, and the rest are silver gray. So we'll break down the sex ratio, and we've got a big surprise for everybody today. And I highly recommend everyone watching this second round of video that we're going to shoot as soon as we're done with Harley. And we're going to walk on over to the barn, and we got Bree's newborn litter, and we got a Savannah surprise. And I'm not going to say anything yet. You got to watch the video. So I'm going to get in here just a little bit, kind of get Harley situated a little better, kind of expose their bottles. And you've seen, I'm sure, in plenty of our videos where we'll kind of do this with the mothers. And some of them will naturally do it, and some of them won't. Harley so far is not one of those mothers. If you remember, if anybody's watched the Becca newborn video that we shot just this spring, you'll kind of see how she just rolls over like this all the time. And a lot of our mothers do it, a lot of them don't. So we'll spend a lot of time with Harley during this first week as she's up here in the office and hanging out around here, kind of positioning her like this to hopefully teach her how to just roll over and come and get it. And when you got a big litter like this, 11 pups, they really you need to make sure they're eating well and everybody's getting plenty of access to those bottles of milk there. She's a good girl, Harley. Yeah, she's a good mama. She's a real good girl. Alright, so basically, this is Harley's first litter, of course, and we got to brag about her a little bit, tell you a little bit about her. If you get a pup from Harley and Bentley, one of the things you're definitely going to get, you're going to get a very large, strong, tall, and elegant Weimaraner, especially with both of them demonstrating those traits and throughout their lines. You're going to get that longer, taller, elegant Weim. That's typically just a little bit longer, and they have that taller, elegant look and build to them as compared to most Weims. You'll still have a really good, strong blockhead look, bigger chest, fuller, more muscular body. And Harley is a true gray, which is becoming actually, in my opinion, it's harder to see the truer gray than any other color. You get a lot of that kind of tan color mixed in when you see grays, and of course the silver, which is still the predecessor of the Weim, and then we have the blues. And what I've noticed over the past 10 years, a lot of that kind of tannish gray has come in, and typically that's what people call gray. But Harley's a truer gray, and you can see it throughout her coat. Right now, of course, it's not going to be the best, because what you'll see on every mother, especially with the Vizslas, you'll see kind of their hair getting splotchy looking, but as soon as they start to nurse and they've delivered their pups, it will pull a lot of that nutrients out of the skin and hair, and it'll kind of get blotchy looking, and you'll kind of see that sometimes on many of the mothers. And another reason why we're putting fish oil, and you'll see us do that in one of our some of our videos where we kind of demonstrate that, but putting fish oil in the food, and something that I highly recommend if you're getting a Vizsla or a Weim from us, to always get on that habit. It's something you spend about $20 on and a year supply. You just go to the vitamin min section in your local store and grab capsules of fish oil. And about every other day, if you administer that, and you think about it in this sense that, if you're feeding dog food, and especially if you stay with just one brand, you're only getting whatever omegas and oils are in that food in their diet. And just going that little extra measure, you're giving them a whole lot more omegas and getting in that in their skin. And with the Vizsla and the Weim, they have that shorter hair, and they have that shorter hair that's plus their body being more muscular and everything. They need that extra omegas in their skin, because they're going to use those nutrients in just the kind of dog they are. A very active dog, muscular dog, taller, stronger, leaner dog. So the last thing you can kind of see where their nutrients are going to go is always going to be their skin and coat. And in this case, Harley looks pretty good. Not the best that we would like her to look, but you can kind of see where she's a very true, solid, gray color Weimaraner, where you don't really see a lot of that brown mixed in there. So then personality type, Bentley and Harley, extremely family-driven dogs. Very low-key energy. You're going to get a Weimaraner that's not super crazy, but that kind of low energy, but they'll turn it on when they need it. And one of the other things I can guarantee you will have is a very playful, happy, very positive, uplifting, kind of happy personality, because that's Harley. She is the big kid around this farm, and it doesn't matter what is going, if it's pouring the rain, Harley's running around in it and rolling in the mud too. She is just that kind of dog. Harley is kind of, she's the one that's showing up to the party every day, and she's there just to make everybody have a good time and laugh their butts off while she's at it. And that's Harley. And of course, when you get Bentley just a more mature companion. He's that buddy. So he's that kind of low energy guy. He's the cool kid on campus, so to speak, and you're going to get that kind of feel when you combine those traits. A low-key energy Weim, very family driven, very uplifting, kind of real happy personality traits, and of course you're going to have that taller, elegant, muscular looking build. We'll try to get some more footage of actually Harley this week, especially being her first litter set of videos. We're going to try to get her in more of the videos than we would typically do when we do the puppy videos. Alright, so this is where I basically stop narrating, and we'll give you a good two-minute look before we head on over to the barn, where we'll check out Bree's newborn pups as well as Savannah's. And we'll just kind of come in here with the camera, and I want you to kind of get a real good close look at all the pups, and then I'll break down the sex ratio as we're doing that and show you a few close-ups of the pups. A good girl, Harley. Alright, you silly girl, let's see what we got in here. That's one silver boy here. We gotta share those bottles. One silver girl. Two silver girls. Two silver boys. Save the blues for last. So 2 and 2 on the silvers. 3 girls. 4 girls. Uh-oh, we got a bunch of girls, Harley. 6 girls. We got a big girl litter. She says one of these guys is gonna win the beauty pageant this year. Alright, then we got the blues. 1 boy, 1 girl, 2 boys. So 2 blue boys, 1 blue girl, 2 silver boys, and 6 silver girls. That's a Harley. She said these are my Harley babies. Get you on that bottle. And we do got 2 little ones, 1 silver and 1 blue, but they're doing pretty good so far. We're just trying to keep them eating. There we go. Good boy. Alright, we'll do a close-up look real quick and we'll wrap this newborn video up. This is the blue boy. He's actually the biggest one in the litter. Of course that can change. This just right out the gate though, this guy's a little monster. Okay. There we go. This is one of the silver boys. He's a pretty big boy. Yeah. We'll get one of the girls in here also. She's a big little girl. She said, I want my mama. Alright, we'll wrap this video up. So this is Harley and Bentley's newborn video, and if you watch the video to the bottom or the right of your screen, if you're on the available pups page, you're going to see some very interesting footage that we're about to release and share with you on Savannah's litter, and then we're going to check in on Bree's newborn litter as well. Good girl, Harley. That's a good girl.